Hello guys, this is Juan Martin Pastor, also known as xPastorcitox at the tables, and this is going to be my first video for Run It Once. I'm pretty happy to be here, and I'm going to make a brief introduction of myself before jumping to the action. I'm 25 years old, I live in Argentina, and I've been playing poker professionally since 2012 or something like that, and I'm playing cash games. As you can see here, this is my database from the last 8 months or something like that. Here you can see my results. Basically, my main stake is Sum 500, where I'm winning at 8.3 big blinds in this sample. I'm also playing a lot of 600 NL here, a little bit more than 3 blinds, and a lot of 1K as well, where I'm winning at more than 8 if you take all of this into account. And you can see that the past year I played some big tables as well, some 10-20, some 25-50, some 50-100, but I'm trying to avoid them for the moment because they are pretty stressful for me, and in this part of the year I want to focus a lot on my main stakes. And yeah, I'm usually playing a lot of tables. I don't have an open racing strategy on early position and middle position, which is pretty weird in today's games, but as you can see, I have a pretty good win rate. I'm winning at 24 big blinds on middle position and almost 19 on early. I start doing this like from this date, basically, and the reasons because I did that is because I was having a lot of trouble in these positions and my win rates were atrocious. So I decided to change that. I saw one guy who was eccentric, who was playing this strategy, and I saw that the people was playing really bad against him. They were committing a lot of mistakes, so I think this could be a good thing to apply. And yeah, I don't think that many players have these win rates on these positions. Maybe a few, of course, but not many, and I'm very happy with the results I have. But yeah, the most weird thing you are going to see in my videos is that I'm limping my well range in these two positions. Pocket queens, where first hand you see me limping, I'll be doing this with all my range. When this spot comes up, the small blind calls and the big blind checks, I'm going to have a very high advantage because my range is something like 20%, let's say, and this player is going to have like 90% of the hands, and this player is going to have like 50%. So we're to have a huge advantage in most boards. If the suited limp for white pot, I'm not going to bluff this one. And here I'm going to check. My range is made by a lot of ace X, so they shouldn't be betting too much there. And here I think I can bet. Probably, I don't know if I guess they are calling me with a 4 or a deuce, but I'm not sure that they should call me with those hands. But yeah, as I told you, I think people tends to play pretty bad. I mean, they are not used to face a balanced limp strategy, so in a lot of scenarios they don't know how to react. Check 10 suited, I'm going to be limping, and 6-5 suited, I guess I can call here. I don't love the stack of this player. I would like it more if he were deeper, but I think it's still a call. He's going to be calling a lot here, so it's not such a big problem. I threw it here as king, and this is a high frequency c-bet board, given the fact that everything has two overcards, so that's a reason to be betting most of our range. And against the unknown player, this color is a player I don't know. I don't have hands or something like that. They're probably recreational players, so I like betting small here. And he folds. And the flop here is awesome. With this stack, I think we can just, we have like a ton of equity, so I think check raising is fine. With this stack, I don't think we want to do it pretty big. This size seems to be fine. And here it was check, 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 and I'm betting on the turn. Ace king is going to be a 3-bet, unknown player again, and here pocket jacks, I limp, regular raise, and an unknown player calls on the button. I think it's going to depend a lot of how wide is this player calling, but given I don't have any hand of him, he's probably a recreational, so I tend to squeeze pretty much always this hand. And here we 3-bet ace king, and we are going pretty nice board for us. And I'm going to be betting mostly small, something between 30 and 40%, I guess. I like the 40% bet because given he's probably a recreational, he's usually going to call a lot more with ace-x hands. So here I make like 13 blinds, he calls, and now we have to make a decision. I think we can either check or bet pretty small, something like 25%. I think both options are perfectly fine. This is the same player that played that ace king hand, the ace king of hearts hand. I guess I prefer to check, but they are going to be pretty close. Pocket jacks. Again, he has 40 blinds, but he's probably really tight, so that's why I thought about calling, but I think 3-bet to call is totally okay. Well, we check, and the turn is another ace, which is very good for my hand, I guess. He has less combinations of ace-x. And here I like to be betting small. I think we accomplish a lot with this. I don't expect him to bluff raise me pretty much never, and I still get paired from 10x and some pocket pair, and some flash draws as well. So I like this, and here I'm betting to call. And he calls, and now we have to decide again, and I think I like betting small again. I think that accomplished a lot, because usually I don't expect him to bluff raise me again here. So when he has something like an ace, he's going to call me pretty much always, or shove on me. But I think I have a pretty safe fold if he shoves. And betting small, I can extract value from 10x and pocket pairs, and I'm buying the price against an ace, because if I check and he bets something like half pot or 2/3 pot, it's going to be a pretty shitty spot. So I like betting really small here. and he snaps it with ace queen, which is kind of great for me because it was really a really cheap hand. Ace king, we face a raise from a reg and a call from another reg, and I think usually it's going to be a raise, excepting this player's raise over Olympia very tight. It's a pretty same spot than when under the gun opens, middle position calls, and you are in the big blind and you have ace king. I mean, most of the times you are calling, but I think it's much closer than many people would think. But yeah,